So let's slide these to the side. Bring back a few new glasses, and
Okay.
let's see if the student is as good as the teacher.
Okay.
So we're going to break back out the E.H. Taylor. And if you have not seen the video, please go back, check us out. So we're going to open it up here. Oh, Jones versus bottle.
Yeah, Jones was about. So now EH is not Elmer.
No, E.H. is not Elmer.
Elmer T is the student.
Elmer T was the student.
Of Blanton's.
Yes.
But I think that E.H. Taylor, the small batch, because it'd be out of,
Yes,
there's
a couple
different expressions of it. I think that we found the EH to be extremely enjoyable, and that it brought to question on whether or not, because I think this is a rye.
No, this is not a rock.
Kentucky straight bourbon, okay. Kentucky bourbon. Kentucky straight bourbon. Few drinks. I've done several episodes, several special guests tonight.
Yeah. So E.H. Taylor was actually the master distiller before Mr. Blanton. He'll give me a little more as well.
Oh, let's do it. We're pouring nectar of the gods here tonight, man.
So actually, I had the student and teacher backwards. This will be the student,
and that's the teacher. Right? Okay, right.
All right.
So that's why I was trying to make sure that we switched it. What would be awesome if we had Elmer T, but I haven't been able to get my hands on Elmer T. I've tried
hunting down the Elmer T, and Blanton's is hard enough to find as it is, but Elmer T is like
I've had it, but it's just next to impossible. It's been next to impossible for me to grab a bottle,
and it's been impossible to even find a bar that has the three to do a comparison.
Oh yeah.
Even these two to do a comparison.
I wonder, can we go into a bar that has the Elmer and bring our own?
That would be awesome.
You know I will. I don't care. It's good. Nose is really good, but I'm gonna tell you. To me, Blanton's beats it on the nose.
And I'm the exact opposite.
Cause look at this. Okay, take the EH, and on the finish of EH, you get a little alcohol. On that Blanton's, okay, it's a lot less. I mean, if you try and snort it through the glass, you're gonna get a little alcohol, but it's a much smoother finish.
All right, let's clink them and drink them.
EH it, baby.
EH.
That's close. That's close. That is really, really close. Right now, I don't know, at this point in the evening, it's so close. Could I distinguish them if someone sat the two down next to me? I feel like I could, because the Blanton's has a creamier sort of finish. I would say that, to me, the Blanton's has been sandpaper polished, and the EH is still it's been rag polished. And I don't know if maybe I'm getting a little bit. We almost need water of sorts.
Yeah, and that would have been a good divider between the two, but they are now
side by
side. They are
very close, right?
Very, very similar, and I think you.
All right, pause. Unpause. It's still close. Both of them have that little burst of cherry finish. It's kind of in there, kind of woodsy. They're both really, really close. Really, really close. Now on the rocks, the Blanton's opens up a lot.
Man, Jones, I'm sorry.
You know who you were.
Yeah. Because
Okay, boom. I just settled it. On the rocks is my preference. Blanton's wins on the rocks. Blanton's wins on the rocks because Blanton's still stays. Pour you some water in that on the ice ball. Pour you some water on it. Sip the water out. I think why I like the Blanton's better is Blanton still finishes fruity, where the EH finishes dry. That's the difference. They're super, super close. Super duper close. And this is off of, I'm probably 10 shots in tonight. So, I mean, I might say something different in the morning, but take that sip and you see how it finishes dry. And that's not my favorite thing. I like to feel hydrated at the end of my sip. And the EH leaves me a little like thirsty, a little like not salty, but like, ooh, I need another sip kind of deal. And the Blanton's leaves me more refreshed.
On the neat shot, man,
they're almost identical.
They are so close, and it makes me say, so this is the small batch, E.H. Taylor.
Yep.
There is also a single barrel.
Yep. There's a single barrel. There's a rye, and then there is a 4 grain, and I think there might be one more expression.
Yeah. But with this being a single barrel and this being a small batch, that now makes me want to compare
the single barrel and
single barrel to single barrel because they are, the proofage is very close.
Yeah.
The taste neat is very similar, but like you said, when you put it on the rocks,
Blanton's notches it out a little bit,
just a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think I may have given EH a 3.5 before.
I feel like I might have did. I don't know.
I've got it. If it was not at least a 4, I need to go at least
a 4,
4.5 on that EH.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's the cool thing about revisiting, and not only revisiting, but comparing it side
by side makes it so you can really, because in most cases you end up tasting and comparing off of what you remember, and there's a big difference between tasting off what you remember and actually living in the moment.
Right.
Like I never would have thought these two were as close as they are, and tasting them side by side, I'm like, yeah, they are pretty close.
So, next question: single barrel, $60 to $70, store price, $40 to $50, small batch price. But both of them are fairly hard to find in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So,
I think the fanfare, if you factor in the fanfare, because there's a little fanfare around Blanton's.
It is.
That, I probably would lean more still towards Blanton's, but if I'm drinking neat, they're so close that I could grab either and not really be able to just. I would enjoy both equally, but on the rocks, I will say I'd pay the extra $20, $15 to have that refreshing finish.
Yeah. And I'll say that this is a 5. This is at least a 4, maybe 4.5.
Oh yeah.
And it's only because trying them side by side.
Yeah.
I remember originally, and I think even in the episode, I was like, I might like this more than I like Blanton's.
Yeah.
And on neat, they're so close. They're both like 5s for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Easy 5s. On the rocks,
Blanton's
Blanton's edges it out because it smooths out a lot more. But the EH still holds like a lot of that proofage and strength that will say
both really good. If you can get your hands on either or, I definitely say go for it.
Yeah,
go for it. I mean, I paid as much as $75-$80 for a bottle of Blanton's before because when I first uncovered it and then I couldn't get it anywhere and then I saw it and it was like $80 and I was like, okay, well I got to get it because I want to have it. But then once we started buying all this other stuff, and then I realized, okay, well let me kind of get my feelers out and see when I can get me some bottles a little bit less. Yeah. So I kind of backed off of that. Now I really won't pay over retail for it.
And that's the funniest thing because even now I'm still willing to pay $100 for the bottle because it's so difficult to find, and the way.
And I don't know why. How many times have you come here and said, I said, okay, well, boom, I cracked that bottle already. Go and take it home. Well, how many times?
Exactly. That's what. And that's why Cash App works so well. Cash App. Have
you opened that bottle already? Oh, you don't want that. You might as well let me take it home.
Yeah, but like I said, and Blanton's is something that I like to give as gifts. So when I can find a bottle, so like birthdays.
Keep going.
All right, so like, Blanton's is something that I like to give as gifts. So for like birthdays, anniversaries, my brother's gonna buy a house soon, so I'll give him a bottle of Blanton's. So it's something that you have to share on special events. Yeah. And I think that's some of the fanfare.
Yeah, and it is a more obtainable bottle of Pappy's. Yeah. Pappy's is hard to find, but Pappy's is not worth secondary market. But the prestige of having a bottle of Pappy's is just out there. Yeah. Blanton's is the same thing, and I just made a miss, but that's okay. I've been drinking.
That's called pause.
That's what. But it's all right. We'll spill a little bit, but we'll pour out a little bit for the homies.
All right. So the revisit.
Revisit is, I still think Blanton's is a solid favorite. E.H. Taylor is no slouch by any means. Neat. I find them pretty. Granted, I keep saying I have been drinking a lot tonight. I find them pretty indistinguishable. Yes. On the rocks, I can kind of separate them a little bit because the finish. Yes. Pricing wise, you say 50, 40. Honestly, in most cases, you're probably going to spend 50 for this too. Yeah. They're pretty neck and neck. Yeah. Then it comes down to taste. I think Blanton wins on taste because I like it on the rocks. If you go by bottle, I mean, this is a cool bottle.
This is a much better decanter than this.
Yeah. And then availability, I feel like this is a lot harder to find than EH.
Oh yeah, it's definitely much harder to find.
I thought this was super hard to find, but now I get it all the time.
The small batch I can find on a regular basis.
It's the other ones that's a problem.
The single barrel I can't get my hands on, so
that's all right.
I pick on you about the Blantons. Yeah. But I do have several bottles of E.H. Taylor myself. Yeah. And I've been trying to get my hands on more bottles of the Blantons. Right.
We'll work it out. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. When it comes down to it, we got you.
Yeah. Hey guys, so we're going to wrap up now?
Yeah. We're
definitely click the bell and
subscribe. Yep. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This has been the Blanton's episode that you guys have been waiting for. It's been another episode of Jones and Mann. Clink 'em and drink 'em. And we'll see you next time.